Akshara Academy YouTube channel. In this session, I am going to discuss thermal properties of matter. In this, Wien's displacement law. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. Please share your valuable comments in the comment section. Okay, let us go to the today's session. First one, Wien's displacement law. The wavelength of maximum radiation is inversely proportional to the absolute temperature of the black body. Here, wavelength is inversely proportional to temperature of black body. So, symbolically, lambda m is proportional to 1 by T or inversely proportional to temperature. This can be written as lambda m T is equals to constant, where lambda m is the wavelength of maximum radiation. T means temperature, absolute temperature. This is called Wien's displacement law. So, the value of constant is 2.89 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meter Kelvin. Next. At two different temperatures, T1K and T2K of a black body, the wavelength corresponding to maximum radiations are lambda 1m and lambda 2m respectively. Then, by Wien's displacement law, this can be written as lambda m1 T1 is equals to lambda m2 T2. Now, discuss MCQs. First one. The wavelength of maximum radiation is inversely proportional to the absolute temperature, pressure, density and emissive power. So, this wavelength of maximum radiation is inversely proportional to the absolute temperature. Next one, the value of the constant in Wien's displacement law is 2.7 to the power of minus 4 meter Kelvin inverse, 2.9 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter Kelvin and 2.8 into the power of minus 2 meter Kelvin and 2.9 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meter Kelvin. So, in this the value of constant in Wien's displacement law is 2.9 into 10 to the power of minus 9 meter Kelvin. Next, now we will discuss Newton's law of cooling. Newton's law of cooling. Let us discuss. The rate of cooling of a hot body is directly proportional to the mean excess temperature of the body above that of the surroundings, provided the difference in temperature of the body and that of surroundings is small. See here, in this Newton's law of cooling, rate of cooling of hot body is directly proportional to the mean excess temperature of the body above that of the surroundings. So, see, this is Newton's law of cooling experiment. This is the experiment. So, this rate of cooling of a hot body d theta by dt is directly proportional to mean excess of temperature of the body above that of the surroundings, provided the difference in temperature of the body T minus Ts and that of surroundings is small. So, mathematically it can be written as d theta by dt is proportional to T minus Ts. So, if you remove the proportionality, we have to put a constant, that is B. D theta by dt is equals to minus B T minus Ts. Here d theta by dt is rate of cooling. So, where d theta by dt is equals to minus B of T minus Ts. T and Ts are the temperatures of the body and surroundings. Ts nothing but temperature of surroundings, T nothing but temperature of body. B is a constant depending on the nature, shape and area of the cooling surface. Negative sign indicates that the loss of heat with time. Here negative sign indicates the loss of heat with the time. Newton's law of cooling in terms of rate of fall of temperature dq by dt. So that is dq by dt is equals to minus bt t minus ts. So dq by dt can be written as ms d theta by dt is equals to minus b of t minus ts. Since dq is equals to ms d theta. So dq by dt is equals to here we are writing in the place of dq by dt ms d theta by dt. So again this can be written as d theta by dt is equals to minus b, here ms here comes under division. So minus b by ms t minus ts, or this can be written as d theta by dt is equals to k of t minus ts, where k is constant, that is minus b by ms. So in the place of minus b by ms we are writing k. So k is a constant, that is equals to minus b by ms. So the law can be also be stated as the rate of fall of temperature of a hot body is directly proportional to mean excess of temperature of the body above the surrounding temperature theta s. So let a body cool uniformly from theta 1 to theta 2 degree centigrade in time t, then the average temperature of the body is theta is equals to theta average, that is average temperature is equals to theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2, and average rate of fall of temperature is, so that is d theta by dt is equals to theta 1 plus theta 2 by t. Then Newton's law of cooling is d theta by dt is equals to k of theta minus theta s, or theta 1 minus theta 2 by t is equals to k of theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2 minus theta s. Now we'll discuss limitations of law of cooling. The surface of the body must be black. The loss of heat must take place only through radiation process. The excess of temperature theta minus theta naught must not be large. That is theta minus theta naught less than or equal to 32 degree centigrade to 35 degree centigrade. The surface theta is equals to theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2 must remain constant. The air must be still. These are the limitations of law of cooling. Surface must be black. The loss of heat must take place only through radiation process. The excess temperature must not be large. The surface must remain constant. The air must be still. Newton's law of cooling is a special case of Stephen's law. So Newton's law of cooling is applicable only when the heat lost by conduction is negligible and the heat lost by the body is mainly by radiation. So normally Newton's law holds good for small temperature differences up to 20 Kelvin or 20 degree centigrade. So this law holds good even for large temperature difference in the case of forced convection. Now let us discuss MCQs. Newton's law of cooling is a law connected with conduction, convection, radiation, and conduction and radiation. See, this Newton's law of cooling is a law connected with the convection. Newton's law of cooling is a special case of Kirchhoff law, Wien's displacement law, Stephen's-Boltzmann's law, Planck's law. See, this Newton's law of cooling is a special case of Stephen's-Boltzmann's law. Newton's law of cooling holds good provided the temperature difference between the body and the surroundings is large, small, very large, any value. See, this temperature surroundings is small. Now we will discuss cooling curves. Cooling curves. Let us discuss. The curve drawn between the temperature of a body and the time is called cooling curves. Here the curve drawn between temperature and time is called cooling curve. See, this temperature is taking along y-axis and the time is taking along x-axis. This is the behavior of the graph. This is the curve. So the curve drawn between temperature of a body and time is called cooling curve. Curve between rate of cooling and temperature difference is a straight line passing through origin. Since R is proportional to theta minus theta naught, this is the temperature difference. So see this theta in between here, the graph drawn in between d theta by dt, that is rate of cooling, and temperature difference by theta minus theta naught. If you draw the graph between rate of cooling and temperature difference, the behavior of a graph is a straight line which is passes through origin, because this is proportional to R is proportional to theta minus theta naught. The curve between log R and log theta minus theta naught. See, this is a graph between, it is also a straight line, but it is not passing through the origin. Now discuss MCQs. The curve between rate of cooling and temperature difference is a passing through the origin, curve, straight line, parabola, both A and C. See, this curve between rate of cooling and temperature difference is a straight line passing through the origin. So straight line is the correct option. Next, the curve drawn between temperature of a body and time is known as Stephen's curve, parabola, cooling curve, temperature gradient. So this curve is known as cooling curve. The curve drawn between temperature and time is known as cooling curve. Okay. Thanks for watching this video.